live. I guess it wants you to see my ceiling or my face. Good morning. Good morning. If anyone's awake. I have a new microphone, so you have to let me know how the new microphone is, if it sounds okay. I'm working with some new dies today. So sometimes you get these new dies and they come with a million little pieces like these. You're like, oh, phooey. Now I have to figure out what to do with those little pieces and what colors to cut them. And I'm just kind of waiting for anybody to get here. And I'm also trying to pull it up on my phone so I can see who gets here and when I have comments. Have missed everyone. I have been insanely busy with school. But thankfully, it's getting a little better. Okay, still not seeing my live in my stream, so I'm wondering if I'm not live for everyone, if it's just for me. I'm gonna go check it out on the computer and see if I can see it over here. Oh, but now I have a microphone so I can wander around and still talk to you. That's great. All right, let's see. Oh, it says I'm live. All right, it says I'm live, so let's just get ready for this fun then. Ah, there it is. Finally on my phone, I can see it. Okay. So I got these new dies. Hello, whoever is with me this morning. I got these new dies from Temu. I know, blah, blah, blah. People don't like Temu, whatever. I worked for a Chinese company for so many years that I'm not worried about Temu. Not worried about Temu stealing my information or anything. I always tease and say China already owns all of my information after 7 years of them recording me for at least 4 to 5 hours a day. So I'm not worried about it. But anyway, okay, so this one makes really cute water bottle cards. And my daughter is addicted to her water bottle. So I thought this was really cute. But then you look at it and you see all of these pieces and you're like, okay, well, what's what? What colors do I cut? So I'm going to show you how I do it when I have something like this. First, I know that it's going to have to be broken apart at some point. But for the first few cuts, I like to keep the majority of it together. But you need some snips to cut these. And I just get as close as I can to where the two pieces come together. And I close my eyes because I don't want these things flying in my eyeballs. Because I'm really honestly not sure how else to do this. But sometimes those little pieces fly and I don't want them in my eyes. Wear safety glasses for crafting. Probably should when you do this though. Oh, those cut nicely. All right, so we have the main mug. And this is going to be a smaller mug. There's a handle. I think these are straws. So we definitely need to cut these out so that they're not in the middle of, because if we leave them in there when we cut it, it's going to cut out of the middle of the mug. And that's not what we're hoping for today. I know everyone forgot that I actually go live sometimes. It's been so long. I've honestly almost forgot to. Every day I'd see my craft desk. I'd be like, I want to craft. Like, no, you have things to do. You cannot craft today. But luckily, I do have to teach someone in an hour, so I do have to limit my die cut crafting today. He's the only kid I have left that I teach. And I've known his family for like 8 years now. So I've watched him grow up. I started teaching his sister when he was 3. And okay, so there we've got the first one. And have just kept in contact with their family and just have always enjoyed this family. So one day him and his sister might actually come to America and visit. That would be super fun. Okay, so if all of these things weren't in the insides of the cups, I wouldn't even bother to cut them off, but these are just going to be little embellishments, these flowers and hearts. I want to get to the main parts. And I also like to cut it out, and then I'm going to make like an index so I can put all of the pieces on there. So that way when I use it, I lose, or I don't know, lose pieces, but have pieces. See, you hear how those just fly around the room? If someone has a better way to do this, you let me know. Abraham, if you happen to see this later, you let me know if there's a better way to cut these apart so I don't have metal shards flying all around my craft room. Anyway, I was saying something. I don't remember what I was saying. Making an index of these so I don't lose all the little pieces. Maybe that's what I was saying. Oh, yeah, them coming to visit someday. Yeah, because his sister is older now and she is in college. And so I had told their mom they could come visit sometime and see all the things we've talked about through the years. I think it would be so much fun. Let them have some fun experiences that they don't normally get to have. Like my son loved to climb trees, and I would always show the kids pictures and videos of my son climbing trees. And they're like, "Teacher, it looks so dangerous." I was like, "Well, it can be, but for the most part, it's just fun." And so I know he's never gotten to climb trees or do some other fun things like that. So I would like that. And then we have a small amusement park not far. And so to just take him there and let him be able to run around without a million people, I think they would really enjoy it. Plus, life at our house is pretty relaxed. Hey, Jojo Bananas, good morning. How are you? I said, I have been so busy with school that I haven't had any time for crafting. Doesn't mean I haven't had time for buying crafting supplies. I've gotten all of these new dies, cheapy Temu dies. But like this one, I don't even know who the real manufacturer is. If I can find where the die came from, I will buy it from the original. But a lot of times, they're not even made anymore. And so this one is a water bottle die. And it's so cute. And I honestly would love to have it bigger. So if I could find it bigger, I would buy it. But still at work. Boo. I'm assuming you're in Europe somewhere if you're still at work. Either that or you work the late shift. I was trying to think. I saw the other day. Are you a mod for Scientology up north? I was like, I saw your name somewhere the other day. Where was it? I mean, besides Natalie's chat, I saw your name somewhere. Yeah, so I'm just kind of showing how I take these cheap die sets, break them apart, make an index, and then we can actually use them. Because, I don't know, I like dies, but I don't tend to use one die set 100 times. So I'll show you what this one looks like. Yeah, okay, I thought you were. Yeah. She had said something the other day about how nice Natalie's chat is. And I said if she ever needed help with her chat to let me know. I'm not usually awake in the middle of the night, but if you guys ever need help, just holler. I'm awake. I am more than happy to lend a hand. Yeah, so this part is the little tedious, time-consuming part. But I have never talked to her in real life, but she seems very kind. She does good work. So anybody who's out there doing the good work, the hard work, is, needs support behind the scenes. I was watching a little bit last night. I was half asleep, but I saw Cheryl was on. I love watching Cheryl. I usually mod for Cheryl, but I got in there. I was so sleepy. And then I got in there and I saw that Nancy was there. I'm like, yay, Nancy's got this. So I just watched until I fell back to sleep, which wasn't very long. Nancy's the best. James Steele was trying to cause trouble the other day. James Steele, if you're here and you're listening, you're trying to cause trouble in Natalie's chat the other day. Trying to ask, it was the members only, ask me anything, and he kept asking who her favorite mod was. Like, we're like children, James. She loves each one of us for a different reason. He was just being silly. I like James. I was like, speak his name and he appears. Not yet. Is my microphone okay? I got this new clip-on microphone. I thought might cut down on some of the house noise. Like when my house fan would kick on before it, I could hear it. I don't know if other people could or realize that that's what it was. But okay. Tiny, tiny little pieces everywhere. Okay, we just have a few more tiny pieces. I wanted to do this one first because my daughter loves her water bottle so much. This is totally going to be the card I use for her. Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah. Are you a crafter, Jojo Bananas? Do you make pretty things? Oh, there we go. I honestly don't even know what this piece is for. Like, I'm looking at the sample sheet that I printed. I'm like, okay. Like, what is this even going to be for? I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out together. Oh, you like drawing? Nice. I like to draw. I'm not very good at it. That's why I'm a stamper, because I have great ideas in my head, but when I try to put them with a pencil. But if you need something made out of paper, I can make it. I make 3D things. Make anything out of paper. Okay, that one is a nasty little booger. Okay. It's going to be fun to figure out what all of these are. And the one that's really going to be confusing, it's a lady in a garden. And yeah, the pieces on it are bizarre. I'm like, I got this stamp set the other week, which I haven't had time to play with anything. But look at this. I love this. I'm trying to get it where you can see it. My camera's in a weird place today. So we've got this lady here. I like this one. Then she says, no matter how messy this feels, you are not too much for me. And you don't have to say a word. I know this is hard and I'm here. I know this is hard. I love you. I'm not leaving. I love you. And then this one just says hope. It looks like a little dictionary definition. Hi, Irish Mark. Good morning. Oh, sometimes draw when you're modding. That's a good idea too. Yep. I do diamond art, little coasters and stuff when I mod, if it's a calm chat. Natalie's chat's usually pretty calm. And we have so many wonderful Aloha ambassadors that I don't have to be as active anymore. But yeah, I love that stamp set. I'm like, we all have so many friends who could use, that kind of support right now. So I was like, oh, I have to buy that. I don't buy a lot of stamp sets anymore, but I did buy that one from... let me tell you who it's from, because that would be nice. Oh, Irish, you're also a mod for Miriam? Nice. It's the mod meeting this morning. I like being a mod. I think it's fun. I like getting to know people. Okay, let's see who this is from. I'm like, why do they not put their name on this? Hey, people, I wanted to tell people where to get this cute stamp set, but you don't have your name on your stamp. That's goofy. Okay, somewhere in the world you can buy this nice stamp set. It's called Love Stays No Matter What. Why would you not put your company name on your stamps? I don't know. Anyway, okay, I don't have to worry about it, right? Right. All right, so let us get the little die cut machine and see if we can figure out what all of these little pieces are supposed to be. So I've just got plain white. I'm going to cut everything on plain white and then figure it out. All right, so the easy parts we know. Wait a minute, where's my cutting pad? Oh, here it is. I was like, I can't cut without a cutting pad. All right, so we have our machine, our first plate. We have our paper. All right, so I know all of these little ones are going to be like flowers and things. So let's do those first. Yeah. Oh, you're knitting? And knitting a what? An Aran? What does that mean? Please tell me. I can't knit. Well, I can do knitting on a knitting loom, but I'm a crocheter. So one of my new stamp sets today is yarn, which look at this one. And it has a greeting in some other language. I'm not sure what the language is. I know it says handmade. I think it says handmade with love, but I don't know what language it is. I'll show it to you guys. Maybe you can help me with what language this is. Whoops. All right, it's going to be backwards, but see it there? What's it say? Handlavet med. Oh, that's the A and the E together. I don't know which language is that. Carlig head. I don't know. If anybody knows what that says, please tell me. I mean, I know what it says, but if you know what language that is, I would love to know. Okay, so I'm lining up all of these tiny pieces. Okay, and I'm pretty sure these are straws and these are straws, but we will see. We will see once they come out of the machine what they are and how we're going to use them. And then I'm cutting them all on white because then I'm just going to color them once I figure it out. Okay, just go this way a little bit. And then the handle has some more flowers in it. Okay, I think that should work for now. Let's see. So today is Good Friday. Do y'all do anything special for Good Friday? Do you have the day off? One job my husband used to have, he had the day off on Good Friday, but now he doesn't. All right, so we've got all the little pieces. All right. As I punch them out, I lose them all on my desk. All right, let's see. I want to make my little index first so that when I go to put these away, I actually know where they go. So I need a piece of paper for that. Let's do that. Red will be good, I think. Let's see. Traditional patterned Irish style jumper. Oh, nice. Green wool 3-ply yarn. Oh. Okay. So nothing special, no holiday for you today. I have I'm just doing schoolwork today. Probably go out and play pickleball because it's supposed to rain later, but we're going to try to get in some pickleball before it rains. Lovely, lovely. All right. That would, yeah. Do either of you have channels? Do you have like a crafting channel? I always like to have things to listen to while I'm studying. I just moved my camera. Okay, and then we've got some leaves. I'm going to put them on here, and then once I figure out what they are, I will color them appropriately. And then I have some double-sided sticky stuff that I like to put over it. So that way I can actually put the dies right on top of it when I'm done. And that way I know if I've if I've lost any along the way. Okay. All right. So I think those are all pretty basic. Fingers crossed I haven't messed up the pattern. Wow. That's a big project to take on when you're just coming back. I would think. I was always so bad at making clothes or anything when I crocheted because I'm a little ADD, and I would not count very well. Or I wouldn't want to, like make the little sizing swatch at the beginning. And so it was always an adventure for me. I was better at making like practical things or doll clothes. Because then if they were the wrong size, it didn't matter. I could make blankets. I could whip out Afghans in no time. Those always didn't require that much. I never did anything that required a lot of counting. So that was good. All right, I'm going to put some glue on the back of these 4 littles and then try to just poke them down and hopefully they'll stay. So I don't have to try to peel those little tiny flowers off. Let's see. We have one of the nicest Dollar Trees in our town. And we went there the other day and they had a sign up that they're closing. And I was like, they've not been open very long and they're the nicest ones. But the lady told us that it's a Dollar Tree, Family Dollar combined. And apparently they are not in business together anymore. There we go. That kind of worked. So they're closing, clearancing everything out, and then they're going to reopen and it's going to be a mega Dollar Tree. Which I know you guys probably don't have Dollar Trees, but everything's $1.25. And they have the best. Would you look at that? I just rubbed them right off onto my finger. That was great. But they have the best crafting supplies. It used to be everything was $1. And then when they went to $1.25, their crafting supplies got so much better. It was crazy. It was like, how did they get that much better for 50 cents? I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited for when they reopen and they have all of this wonderful, all these wonderful crafting supplies. Okay, so we have this one, and we have this one. Okay, this one and this one. We've got a heart. We've got a flower. We have leaves. That flower, get back over there. I think this one is probably like a little drink stopper. You know how they have those little stoppers that go in the end and then like a charm? I'm thinking that's what these two are. I don't know. Oh, here's the other one. Okay. Like I said, it's like some kind of grand puzzle when you get these. It's like, okay, figure out these pieces. So I went back where I ordered them and printed out some of the pictures so I could try to figure out what they are. Okay. And then we had this one. I'm going to go ahead and break this one off. I definitely have to keep all those little flowers together. I'd never find those again. And honestly, when they're that tiny, I hardly ever even use them. Because they're just so tiny. There we go. All right, so that's going to go there. Okay, so now we're getting to the actual bottle. So we've got the big mug, the little mug. I'm thinking, oh, that's what this is, I bet. I bet this wraps around it so you can make your mug have like a casing. And then we know that we've got the word hello. We've got a handle for this one. We have a handle for this one. What do you think this is? Oh, these are the straws. Straws. Okay, that goes across the top of that one. Okay, this goes across the top of this one, and that's the straw. And this is the straw for the big one. I don't know what this is. Do you think they're the same size? I don't know. I have a channel, not a crafting one. It's a new baby channel. Aw, showing your protesting activities and a glimpse of Ireland. Oh, I'll have to look for it. Is it your same is it your same name? Let's see. I'm gonna look right now. Go to channel. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that during the live stream, should I? Okay, it is just Irish marked. Nice. Okay. I have to remember to go back later and subscribe to your new channel. How exciting. I love that. I love that you guys are out there doing all the work. I live in a totally Scientology free zone. No Scientology for miles around. But we were out in Clearwater a couple weeks ago when we went there for vacation, so that was super fun. And see all my Clearwater friends. And my husband, oh my gosh, he had so much fun out there because he's always like, he doesn't understand what I'm doing with all the Scientology stuff, but he's always really supportive of whatever it is that I'm doing in the world. And so he went and he was just out. He was walking around. We'd been downtown and Sandy McKenna was there and she took us and walked around and showed us a bunch of different things at Flag and showed us around the building and things. And then he was like, oh, I need to go to the restroom, but the only restroom down there, you have to like walk down to the water to find a restroom. And so he had been there and he'd been protesting. He had a sign, he was like, woohoo, honk if Scientology is called. And so then he goes for a walk and he doesn't come back. And he doesn't come back. And he doesn't come back. And I finally called him. I'm like, did the bad guys get you? And he was like, no, I'm all right. So then when he came back, he said he had been walking around in different areas. And he was down by what he didn't know was a different Scientology building. And yeah, he said they were definitely watching him and talking about him. And then he was like, oh, maybe I should go back. I'm like, yeah, you definitely should come back. It was. My husband, he's a great sport about things like that. And he loved meeting Sandy and Cheryl and Aaron. And then he got to meet George. George got back on Sunday. So we got to see George before we came home. So yeah, it was super fun. I had met all of those people last summer at Tony's Celebration of Life. So, you spend all your time chatting with your friends online. And then you actually want to see them in real life again. There's my friend, Sandy McKenna. I was just talking about you, Sandy McKenna, and how much fun Virgil had protesting. And how he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And we went and drove around, and Sandy pointed out interesting things in the community to us the next day. So that was fun. I'm trying out some new dyes that I got, Sandy. And this one makes water bottles, but there were a million little pieces. So I have to figure out, which piece is which and where it goes. So I just decided I would do that this morning because I actually am I hate to say that out loud, kind of caught up with school at the moment. Last week I had a big paper and I thought the big paper was due in May. I thought it was due May 12th, but it was due April 12th. It was a 20-page paper. Oops. But thankfully, I got it done and turned in, and I got a 92, I think, on it. So I was extremely happy with that. But it was a furious week of writing. All right, so here's the first. Yeah, these are great. And here's the big one. Here's the small one. All right, and I decided that these other things are wraps that are going to go around them. So I want to cut those out of some kind of pretty paper. Thank you. Yeah, it was, I was pleased. That professor, he's amazing. He grades the papers so fast. I turned it in on Sunday morning. We had until Sunday night, but I turned mine in Sunday morning. And by Monday morning, it was graded. And there are 12 of us in our class, and he got them all graded that fast. I'm like, whoa. I think he's probably just really good at planning his time and just plans to do it right away. But still pretty impressive because we've had professors who don't grade your paper for weeks. And you're like, hey, I'd like a little feedback so I'll know what to do on the next one or what not to do on the next one. I'm just kind of taping this one down because since it has a pattern, I don't want it to shift and make my dots not straight because that would make me crazy. All right, let's see how this one comes out. I think this is going to be cute now that I'm figuring out what all of these pieces were about. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Okay, so I decided since it's like this and it's got these lines are going to be folding lines. They're hard to see, but I'm sure they're there. All right, let's see. So, Sandy, will you be out with the protesters tonight? Shall we look for you on the Friday night fun? I came home last Friday. I don't know, I'd been somewhere. And I told Virgil, I was like, I can't believe you're not watching the protesters. He's like, I forgot. And then he was like, oh, I just love watching Sandy. She walks you around and she talks about things and she teaches you things. I just love that. Yeah, he does. He loves to learn, and he loves your style of trying to teach people about what's going on in that community. Okay, good. We're supposed to be getting some wild Good Friday weather. Me and Taz, good morning. Nice to see you. I'm like, me and Taz, it's really early. No, it's not. Me and Taz does not live where you think. I told you I had to readjust my mental map for you. I think I've got it now, though. And I'm trying to figure out, I think it's like this. I think this slightly curved bottom has to go at the bottom. All right, let's see how this is coming together. We're just playing with some new die sets this morning. Me and Taz, I have been so busy with school, I haven't got to play, and I haven't got to chat with people, and I missed it. So I hope that Natalie gets her new short uploaded today. My son Ben remade one of her shorts, and I know I'm his mom and I'm biased, but y'all, it is hilarious. And he's so good. He's so good at video editing and stuff. So y'all have got to see that. It's one with her and Aaron. It's so funny. We were having trouble yesterday. I was having trouble getting it to her. You know, everything's like, your file's too big. You are, you want me to say where you are? You are on the east coast of Canada. You are not on the west coast of Canada, where I always put you. I think now I will show my ignorance of Canadian geography, but I think it's Nova Scotia. Is that right? You're talking about safe pointing tonight. Nice. Let's see. Oh, Virgil will definitely enjoy that one. I'm pretty sure he has to do PowerPoint for Good Friday service, but he'll double. Oh no. I was like looking at my phone and I accidentally swiped away from myself. Oh my goodness, Sandy, I definitely will. Or he's available to make shorts. He said he would make shorts for people for $9 a short. And I said, well, because he said, I can make 2 an hour. So that's what I make at work. He said, and most adults who have another job can make more than $18 in an hour. So it pays them to pay me. I'm like, truth. But I will send you a link to that one, Sandy, because once you see what Ben did, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Okay, so we need a handle here for this one. I thought I cut a handle, but I would kind of like it to match this. And I don't really have a color, so I might just cut it out of white. Oh, this is my microphone. I put a new microphone on my shirt and I forgot. Cut it out of white and then add it to this one. All right, so let's see. Where is the big hand? That's the small. The big handle is right here in your hand. All right, let's see how this goes. And then we need this. I'm going to cut these because one of these is going to go across the top of the mug, like as the little silver thing. And I don't know what the other one is going to do. So we're going to figure this out together. And then maybe somebody else who bought this bought this die can watch the video to figure out how to do theirs. All right, let's see. We need a little more white scissors. Yeah. Well, and you know, he likes to do that kind of stuff. And I know he tries to teach me how to do the video editing. And I'm just like, ugh, this hurts my brain. I don't want to. Because I would like to know how to do it, but not enough to put forth the effort right now. Maybe someday in the future I'll put forth the effort. Or I'll just pay Ben. Just pay Ben to do it. Okay. All right, so let's see what else we have here. So when I do all of these in white, then I just color them with my markers to make it easier. All right, so let's see. One of these goes here. Oh, are they exactly the same size? That seems weird. One is slightly smaller than the other one. All right. I'm going to get out some markers and we're going to color these to make them what we want them to be. Oh, here's my markers. I'm surprisingly organized today. I know. Hard to believe. I got this cheap set of markers from Temu because we were doing something at Christmas and we were using all of the red and greens. So I got this, and then we just took a tissue box and put down in here, and that way all of the markers actually stay organized. Because normally you get these little flimsy bags with the markers, and then everything just falls all over, which is not good. All right, so let's see. I'm going to want a gray, and I'm going to want something kind of bluish to go with my paper. Maybe this one. We shall see. All right, let's test these out and see what they look like. Okay, I think that will work for this one. And if you've never played with alcohol markers, they're so nice because unlike watercolor markers, Crayolas, things you've used in the past, they blend together. And so you're not going to see all of those, all the lines like you do when you color with Crayolas. I'm like, am I too off screen? And anymore, they're so cheap. If you don't buy the good ones, if you don't buy, what are those expensive? Copics. Abraham has all the Copics, but they're very expensive. And I am not a good enough colorer to warrant buying the really expensive markers. Now, Abraham, he does beautiful coloring, but I do not. Yeah, exactly, Sandy. Not enough time to do everything right. And he, at his new job, Ben's job that he's had for a year, they've started having him do some editing. He works at a giant sandbox. And so they started a YouTube channel, and they are letting him do some of the video editing. So that's fun because he graduated last year. So he's trying to figure out, like what he wants to do long term. He's very musically talented. So he's trying to figure out how to work that in with his love of talents and things. Yeah, Sandy McKenna is the best. I saw you had a short last night with that family. They were so cute. Yeah, if you've not seen Sandy's stuff, what's your channel? Change the name. Sinners and Secrets, I think, is the channel name. I'm like, I don't want to say it wrong because if you put in the old name, it does not come up anymore. Okay, this is really cute. Look at this. I really like this little water bottle here. And so I think on this one, even a white straw could even work on this one because maybe not. You know what? I bet the other one is for the bottom of this. Are there two things on a water bottle? Are there two? I'm going to look at my sample again. I guess they have one and then they have another one underneath it. So like it's the silver and then it's the straw. Okay, so let's color the other one kind of to match the bottle. I don't know if I have that color here. If I had all of my colors, I would, but. All right, let's try this one. This one is called turquoise. No. That's a no for that one. So was I right, me and Taz? Did I get the right place where you live? I think I did. Because I know one time you said what time it was, and I'm like, how is it that time? What is over there that's that time? Maybe peacock green. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. All right, we're going to go with peacock green for the lid. And Sandy's about ready to hightail it out of Florida. Go somewhere not as hot. That'll be nice. Yeah, because it's probably really heating up there now, isn't it? This is weird because it doesn't really fit there. It's not quite wide enough. Well, okay, I'll have to ponder. On that piece. What is that piece really for? But I do like the mug, so I'm going to use this for on my sample sheet where I've got all my little things. I'm going to put this on the back so I'll know that it has all of these pieces as well. And then we have the little one, the little mug with its little handle. Okay, so I think I know what everything on here is for now. Oh, and it also has this really nice hello. I like that a lot. So I'm going to show you what I do with this. Get rid of all these little tiny pieces at the moment. But I have this stuff. I requested a sample one time from this company. PMI Tape is their name. And they make all kinds of different tape products. And I requested a sample. And they sent me this. Look at this roll. I just can't even show you how big it is. And I'm like, what the world? And it's really nice. It's very, very sticky. And I'm trying to pull some of it off of here, but it's crazy sticky. And yeah, I just like, in what world is that a sample? And I think once crafters started realizing that it was good, they had to stop making it a sample. When I requested the sample, I thought they would just send me a little piece. So I will put it down like this. And that's the nice thing too, when you're working with it, it doesn't like grab on and hold forever like some sticky things do. Okay. Add all the things together. 8:50, 8:40. Now wait a minute. I thought you were earlier than me. I don't know. All I know is it's 7:45 a.m. in China. Or 7:45 p.m. in China right now. That's why my alarm was going off. You have to teach yo-yo shortly. So, like I do, I have to teach little yo-yo. So if you can rub it down really good, you can, yeah, there we go. Finally got it. Peel this off. And that way, I make a sticky sheet where I can put the dies on here so I don't lose them. All right, so now I'll go back with the flower and all the little pieces. It took me forever to get everything set up this morning because it's been so long since I did anything. I wanted to have more time to play with more of the new dies, but that's all right. All right, little flower. Because you can see where once you took these off of this sheet, you would never be like, now how many pieces did that have? I don't know. Where are they at? I don't know. Okay, and then we have the stoppers. All right, so we know that Irish Mart has a new protesting channel, a little new protesting channel that is basically her same name. And she's working on a jumper. She's knitting a jumper. And she doesn't show that on her channel, but that's something she told us this morning she's doing. And Sandy is going downtown tonight, and she's talking about safe pointing. Is that what you told me? That would be really interesting. It's okay. Sandy, you can come to my house and you can be a disaster and I'll just clean up after you. It's okay. I won't judge you because it's just fun. All right. So I have to go back and put the white pieces on for these things because I forgot to do that because my alarm went off and I was sad that I was running out of time. But it's okay. Yeah, and I will. When I get done here, Sandy, I'm going to send you a link to that short and I want to know your reaction. When Ben made it yesterday, I called Natalie and I was like, hey, you got 2 minutes? She's like, yeah. I was like, go watch this. And she was cracking up. Ben was so excited that she liked it. I was like, yeah. And she likes it because she didn't have to make it because she hates making shorts. Okay, well, I will, I'm going to try to make something with all of this later and then show you the completed project. But it's going to be something with my mug and with the hello. But I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But The other one that I really need to figure out is this one. Look at this. Everybody gets a guess of what the world this is. I know I'm holding it here for a long time. I just want to make sure it's in the right place so you can see it. Maybe that's better. I moved it over. Like, which way? Which way? If I just put it down, then everybody can see it. So this is to make this. But I'm like, okay, this and this. It's like, okay. So these are the arms. These are the legs, although they look like a really long, floppy butt. Come on, let's put something underneath it here so you can see. Yeah, and so we have the garden gloves, all the little flowers, her hat, top of her hat. Oh, this is the pot that all the little flowers go in. So these are going to be so tiny, which I'm not great at so tiny, but I'm going to try it because I thought it was really cute. And then I know last time I showed you those, the cards that I made that were all glittery but didn't have glitter because of those cool sheets. And then I showed you these, the acetate sheets that are so pretty. And I've been working with this, and I was trying to find a way to use it that was a little different. And I made the coolest lion. And I don't know where he's at on my desk at the moment, but I really wanted to show it. Oh, here he is. So I took the lion and I cut it out. Let's see. So that's just the lion, just like it came. And then on the back, I colored his eyes with blue. And I put him on this cool paper. And so it kind of puffs up. I scored it along the lines. But it's so pretty. And so when the card closes, it'll be like that. But as soon as you open it, it will. I don't know. I just love it. So I'm going to play with some more of those because I have lions, giraffes, cougars, and elephants. But I like the look of it. I always talk about how hard it is to make masculine cards. And so, yeah, that is another thing. And then one of the new dies that I got in a new stamp set. This is stuff I got months ago. I haven't had time to play with. It says it's okay to take a break once in a while. And so you pull this and this flips. And then you can put a message here. And it's just fun. And I forget what they call the flip-flop flappity card or something. So anyway, I thought that was really cute. And I'm going to, put something in there. And then I made one of those with the same thing, but I made Easter. So this was some printed paper that I already had. So I cut it out and I cut some more layers. And the adhesive isn't holding very well. So I need to, thank you. I think it's pretty cool. Now, this one is really cool. Okay. So we've got our Alleluia. We pull this. Oh. How's that for an Easter card? I love it. So I got to find somebody special to give this one too. And then on the inside, I use the negative and I put my Easter saying. And yeah, but these cards are so much fun to make. I'll get creative on those. So that is, I've done so few things, but those are a few of the things I've done. And then this one. Oh, this is, maybe I shouldn't show you this. I'm going to mail this to someone who might be watching. So it's just really pretty. Got the flowers that are, dimensional here. I love this one. And it says the best kinds of friendships are fierce lady friendships where you aggressively believe in each other, defend each other, and think each other deserves the world. And I love this. And then I showed you that stamp set earlier, but this is what I made with it. And it's the one that has the sayings that say, you don't have to say a word. I know this is hard and I'm here. No matter how messy this feels, you're not too much for me. I know this is hard. I love you. I'm not leaving. And I love this stamp set. And I just think there's a million people we could send this one to. So There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me this morning. It was so lovely. And I did not get through near the pile of new dies that I have to show. So I will be back. Some of them are much simpler, like this one. And so then you just put something really pretty underneath it. The ice cream cones, those are easy, but do it with all kinds of pattern paper. Fun. I will definitely be cutting this out of a like a metallic in this one too to make the baskets. And then we got the snowman in the basket. And then, of course, the knitting one that is going to be a lot of pieces. Did anyone ever tell me what language that was? I'll have to go back and look and see if someone told me the language because I really want to know what language it is. Well, anyways, thank you so much. I have to go teach Yo-Yo now. He will be waiting for me to have some fun English conversations. Aw, thanks, Sandy. I enjoy that part of it. I enjoy the detail because I'm sure if you looked closely at that, you knew who that one was for. So I'll see you all. Natalie's going live at 9 today. So if you're in the chat, I'll be there at least for a little bit. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.